Tonight, breaking and entering Manchester style.
Yeah, they're going to attack us here. They're getting machetes out of the boot.
Dangerous criminals.
We're right. Trafford Road. They're throwing items like the car at us. Balaclava up.
Manchester's elite squad at the front line, picking up the pieces.
Don't worry, all right.
It's not stolen.
And fighting the car wars.
There is no hiding place for these people. We're going to be out there, we're going to be behind them, and we're going to be arresting them.
Manchester is Britain's third biggest city. More than 1 million cars use the city's streets. 18,000 were stolen last year. Nationally, car crime costs more than £1 billion every year. But in Manchester, there's a more serious price to pay. The city's car criminals are violent, especially when the cops are on their tail.
Yeah, they've just attacked us with sledgehammers.
This gang of armed robbers is attempting to ram the police car to put it out of action.
Sorry, Phil.
Car crime here is not just about joyriding, as it was often termed. Car crime here is about people stealing performance cars, high-performance cars, so that they can use them in ram raids, they can use them in armed robberies, and there is a fair degree of violence there.
To counter this threat from some of the city's most dangerous criminals, Greater Manchester Police set up the Tactical Vehicle Crime Unit, or TVCU. A squad of 20 specialist officers whose job is to chase down Manchester's car thieves and those criminals who use stolen cars to commit other crimes and then refuse to stop.
We were determined that we were actually going to engage this problem. And, frankly, the TVCU are feared by the criminals because they realise how professional they are, and they know that if the TVCU are onto them, they stand a very, very good chance of being caught.
The base from where Manchester's car wars are fought is in Eccles, 3 miles west of the city centre. 2 members of the squad, PC's Paul Fletcher and Steve Booth, are beginning a 10-hour shift, checking up on what the criminals have been up to.
In the last 2 days, there's been 365 instances of vehicles involved in jobs, whether it be sus at thieves on, carjackings, burglaries where cars have gone, or where vehicles have been stolen off the street. So what we can do from that, we can break that down into further searches. There's a vehicle been stolen there, Bury, another one gone into burglary, another vehicle stolen there last 10 minutes off the street, another burglary where a car's gone. They will gladly go out on a night out, they will steal a Ford Mondeo on the keys, a new shape one, and they will sell that car for £50. And that's what they get for the car. Going up to £200 for an Audi TT, upwards of, I think, £300 usually the top end if they get a Range Rover or something like that. And then they'll go out and use them to commit ram raids, other burglaries for other vehicles, off-licence robberies, bank robberies, the full spectrum, and that's what these cars are used for.
To help catch the thieves, the squad has a fleet of high-performance unmarked vehicles.
Right, this is what it's all about really. It's a Super Impreza, 2-litre WRX World Rally car, 4-wheel drive. It'll do 0 to 60 in around 7 seconds, and top speed somewhere around the range of 155 miles an hour. Right, inside the car, some more toys in the vehicle. This is the onboard PNC terminal that we have, which links us to the police national computer at Hendon. So every vehicle that's on the road on a registration plate, we can get access to via this little box. It'll automatically come up with the owner, address, who the vehicle's registered to, and more importantly to us, the exact specification of the car. Right, so I'll put the vehicle in now, and there we go. So gives us the address, chassis number of the vehicle, engine number of the vehicle, and underneath it, if the vehicle is reported stolen, that black box will flash those reports on it. Right, so comes to the boot with a few little toys in here that we use to help us. One of the old favourites, a Stinger device. Basically it's a bed of nails, hollow spike tyres, we throw that out across the road to bring the pursuit to a more manageable speed and control it a bit more. Then we have our video unit, which is a high 8 player, which comes to a camera on the front windscreen, and this is where we record all our pursuits and vehicle strikes.
More than 100 car chases were caught by the cameras last year alone. This car hasn't been stolen, but the driver doesn't want to be caught, either on tape or by those following him. He's wanted for skipping bail and is now on the run from PC Fletcher.
He's already in the mindset now, he wants to get away, so despite what we're doing, he just wants to get away, and he's got no concept of speed or other people around him. He's just got tunnel vision. He'll never outdrive the car, he's driving to his limit. Too much speed, too little ability. Very erratic on the brakes, so because in braking and accelerating, the car was rocking all over the place.
The driver is now headed into the city, hoping to lose those pursuing by running red lights.
He's realised that he's not going to get shake us that way, so he's changed his tack now, and he's heading more for the open roads, trying to build a bit of speed up.
This is now a high-speed chase through the city suburbs. It's 10 p.m, the streets are still busy, and his driving is now causing concern for those pursuing.
He's driven down the wrong carriageway of the road. He's coming down a dual carriageway into oncoming traffic. Well, we're not going to follow him down that side of the road, so we just keep pace with him on the correct side of the carriageway. You just know it's going to end in tears, really. He's of the mindset now, he's not going to stop for anybody. He'd been looking to a left turn for a while, and then he finally makes one, and unfortunately it's a dead end. In the end, he was detained after a short foot chase.
In the city centre, 2 other members of the squad, PC's Andy Talkington and Phil Cross, are looking for stolen cars and the gangs who drive them.
We've got a lot of vehicles that get stolen, we have a lot of burglaries, we've got quite a large gang culture, and all of these things bring with them the inherent use of vehicles by criminals. They all need to get around, so wherever you've got crime, you've got vehicles, and wherever you've got criminals who are using vehicles, you know, whether they be that they're wanted criminals or they've got something in the car that they don't want the police to find, they're going to put the foot to the floor and a pursuit's going to ensue.
Criminals use vehicles on a daily basis, and you know, we're there to target them. It's quite, you know, we have a good success rate of pulling in stolen vehicles. We're recovering about £800,000 worth of stolen vehicles a month.
Expensive high-performance motors are now the main target for Manchester's car thieves.
Yeah, at the moment, mate, there's a Ferrari Spider 360 on the M56. It's a stolen, mate.
The Ferrari reported stolen is worth more than £100,000. The good news is it has a satellite tracking system, so police can follow its progress.
It's towards Hale Barnes at the moment, mate, I think. Paul Bray's just phoned me back, mate. I'll get back to you shortly. Just start making that area.
The Ferrari is now heading towards PC's Talkington and Cross.
There is a Ferrari, just come that way, mate. Red one.
Right, mate. Video on.
Yeah, I mean, initial thoughts with the Ferrari, you think to yourself, this is a fast car, you know, it's a racing car.
Sierra 9918 going to come in.
If we get behind it and it does go for it, there's going to be obviously a fast chase.
Yeah, we're getting reports of a Ferrari from Cheshire coming up the M56. We're currently behind one, Prince's Parkway, city bound. We've not got a VRM yet, but it's going to be one and the same, I would suggest. This might be an outstanding stolen Ferrari.
Yeah, he's coming as an outstanding stolen 360 modern an outstanding stolen from Woodward Street in the city centre.
Yeah, Sierra 9918. In that case, can we have India 99? I'm not too sure if they're grounded, and we also require dog patrols and traffic, please.
Getting the Force helicopter India 99 above them is now a priority.
Show me his ground commander. We're in the tactical phase. At the moment, it's a follow.
The Ferrari can do more than 170 miles an hour, easily enough to see off the cops. But until support arrives, no attempt will be made to stop the thief. 2 miles away in Salford, PC Paul Fletcher is now back on patrol with his regular partner, PC Steve Booth, looking for local car thieves.
Well, Salford's my patch. I have the run the force. I can go anywhere in the force, but I like Salford. I know the people there. My father worked Salford for 17 years in the local authority as a clerk who works for the housing. So he put them in houses, and well, I put them in houses now, but they tend to have bars behind them.
The local thieves often target prestige cars.
Where we work Salford, they like having the Saabs.
Yeah.
Bit of a signature car for them.
If you have a Saab 9000 or a Saab 900, the older model, don't come to Manchester because it won't be there when you come back. It's literally their stamp. This is us, this is Salford, this is what we do.
And they make sure they can keep pace with the cops.
A lot of the times, like when we first got the Honda Accord Type Rs, they're like relatively new car on the road, and then all of a sudden these Honda Accord Type Rs started getting stolen off the street. And then we got the 3.2 Audi, and then all of a sudden 3.2 Audis have started being stolen by. So they're matching themselves up to what we've got.
CK2 patrols at Brooklands, a report of a vehicle just been stolen by means of burglary, stolen with keys. A red Mazda MX-5.
High-powered sports cars are also desirable, and a Mazda, like the one reported stolen, is heading their way.
The Mazda MX.
Was it a G-Reg, was it?
Don't know, we'll see. Giving it some money.
Yeah, it was giving it a lot.
Yeah, turn it around, mate.
I wasn't sure if it was the one, but it was just one of those that was worth looking at, just worth a second look.
Only clearing lane 3, mate.
It's towing it a bit.
It was towing it when it was flying. Golf pat a bit, mate.
Golf 193.
The car is just ahead. But there's a problem. The cops can't check the car's details with the police national computer.
No response.
We're self-contained in the car. We have an onboard PNC, but like anything, it's not state of the art. It's a couple of years old now.
Oh, come on, machine.
One time you want your equipment to be absolutely bob on and working. There's a one time it isn't absolutely bob on and working.
Stolen.
Yes. Lane 1, mate, now.
Urgent behind an outstanding stolen motor vehicle, A580 outbound. Indy 99, I'm ground commander, is not pursued at this moment in time. 2 on board.
Roger, confirming you're behind the vehicle, the outstanding stolen Mazda from Brooklands. Any other Sierra Patrol can respond, please.
Another member of the squad, PC Ian Bruce, is now on his way to help out.
Still lane 2 for a straight ahead, no deviation. Lights are through the face to green. If you can keep patrols off the air, please. We're through the face now, still a covert follow. Lane 2, 40 miles an hour, ETA of Indy 99, please.
The thief's driving now suggests he knows someone is on his tail. 2 miles away in the city centre, PC's Torkington and Cross are still following the driver in the stolen Ferrari.
Do you think that he is aware of it yet?
That's a negative. I do not think they are aware.
Female driver.
It might be a female.
Got that. 99.
Drop back from him a little bit, mate. Sierra 9918 CK. Obviously, there's no point us lighting this up without any air support. What I suggest is that we try and get this vehicle stung at the earliest opportunity. Take it from there.
The cops must wait until backup with a Stinger arrives to take out the Ferrari's tyres.
Have you got any joy with anyone trying to get ahead with a Stinger, CK?
1983's coming from over that.
Now another problem. An armed response vehicle is getting too close to the action. Can you ask the ARV to keep moving? Obviously, if they see her, they might just spook it. We don't want this going at speed.
CK Mike 2 to patrols regarding the outstanding stolen Ferrari. If all liveried signed police vehicles can stay away from the area for the time being.
For your information there, CK, obviously in the tactical stage, we're not going to get out and try and detain this driver until this vehicle is stung. We don't want this at any sort of speed through the city. We're straight across Sackville Street. CA918, we've got a right indication onto Richmond Street. That's Richmond Street off Sackville Street.
Normally, when thieves know the cops are behind them, they put their foot down. But not this one.
CA918, we're now 10 mile an hour, vehicle pulling over Richmond Street. It's pulling over Richmond Street of its own accord. Just wait. 9918, engine off, standby. Police! Hiya. Just come over here, is it your vehicle? When the vehicle pulled up and the young lady got out in a dress and sunglasses, it was somewhat unusual, and certainly there was something slightly amiss.
Just taking it back now.
To where?
To its owner.
She wasn't your usual car thief, if you like. So initially I started thinking to myself, is this vehicle stolen?
Whose vehicle is it?
His boyfriend.
Is it? Right, okay.
I'm bringing it back.
It seems an innocent explanation.
Got to tell you that you're under arrest.
Stolen the vehicle, haven't you?
Yeah. So
9918, van to this location, please, female adult arrested.
But a lover's tiff is no defence, and the woman will still be taken in.
The circumstances are that he has reported it stolen, so at the moment it's an outstanding stolen vehicle, and obviously you're driving it. We'll have to go and lodge you at the police station, and then we'll come and have a word with you.
Yeah, no, we'll take her in, mate.
She's going to have to be arrested, as would any other person, until we can get to the bottom of the story. It may well be that he doesn't wish to make a complaint, but at this moment in time, his car's reported stolen. It's worth, I would suggest, in excess of £120,000. So obviously she's going to have to account for why she's got it, why he's reported it stolen. It would have been an interesting pursuit, but thankfully it wasn't. So.
And there's more good news.
He doesn't want you prosecuting.
funnily enough.
He wants us to take the car to Ferrari. I've said I'm not prepared to do that.
The reason why she took it is now becoming clear.
He knew for a fact I would never damage it or not look after it, so he's got enough money, he can do anything, he can pay for whatever, you know, solicitors and stuff, so I was never going to win that way. So it was a case of what can I do to hurt him like I've been hurt?
But it's the cops who are caught in the middle.
It seemed that the police on this occasion were used as a tool by one of the parties involved in this domestic simply to get the vehicle back. Very, very frustrating and a huge waste of police time and resources.
3 miles to the north, PC's Fletcher and Booth are still behind the thief in the stolen sports car.
Yeah, we're at the Queen's Arms Public House now. He's going for lane 1, yeah, I think he's aware we're here. He's going to do a right towards Astley. Yeah, vehicle's through the phase now. He's still going to do a right towards Astley, past the Queen's Hotel.
Bruce, the Fletcher, I'm behind you, mate.
PC Bruce has now arrived. Just in time. Fletcher and Booth are hatching a plan.
We're held at the lights currently. I don't want to make a rush for it, mate, in case...
There's no one to do me here.
It's too dangerous to get out.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a male white, approximately late 20s, shaven head, he's wearing a blue hooded top.
You can see him putting some gloves on in the vehicle. Realising that one of our other vehicles is just slightly behind. It is a last minute call, but we thought we'd try and box it.
I think he's aware we're here now, he's rooting about inside the car.
Joe's there near side.
Box him.
Box him.
Joe, box him, Joe.
Fletcher and Booth can now put their plan into action.
I went to the front and the other car went to the back. It managed to get out of the box, unfortunately, but just through the angle and the timing, we couldn't quite just time it right.
Sierra 845 and we've been rammed, pursuit situation.
The thief is off again, leaving the cops behind.
Sierra 845 and we're now towards Astley, approaching a left-hand bend, stand by, temporary loss of view. Speed is 60 miles an hour. He has hit 3 of our cars, we attempted to block him at lights, but we are safe to continue.
This time the thief isn't stopping for the lights.
Yes, we're through a red ATS now, top of Huff Lane onto Manchester Road.
That person in front doesn't give a monkey's about anybody else. All he's bothered about is his own skin and getting caught.
He's going to do a left back up towards Little Alton. I forget the name of the road, past the old paper factory.
That commentary is essential. Where's it going to? Not where you are and where you've been. Where are you going to? Where are you going towards? That's where your local knowledge comes in.
Yes, approaching the left-hander now, which I think he's going to do. Yes, it's left onto Mort Lane. Patrols to Little Alton, please.
They tend to go back where they think they're safe. But again, it was going back to a estate called Little Alton.
Continuing, approaching slow-moving traffic towards I think it's the Canal Bridge or Railway Bridge, stand by.
And there's one point where he comes underneath a railway bridge. It's a blind bend and he's full offside.
Yeah, he's under the bridge now, wrong side of the road and wrong side bend. Through that towards Little Hulton.
That was the only time really where I thought, this is getting a bit twitchy here, because if something were coming the other way there, I think we'd have been looking at a very, very serious accident.
Now the chase is taking another turn.
Yes, stand by. We're doing a right into Quarry Pond Road. Stand by for abandon. I think you can get through to the estate on here now. We're over speed humps, Quarry Bank. It is a residential estate. We're backing off a little bit. I think you can get through to the estate on Little Alton, or he may be abandoning. Yeah, we're towards the estate at the back now. He's going off-road. We will be following. It's safe to do so.
He realised he wasn't going to lose me under normal driving conditions, so we went on a little off-road excursion.
It's the thief who is now choosing the territory.
Yeah, we're back towards Manchester Road, I think it is, along a footpath. There's no pedestrians at all, and it is safe to continue.
The pressure is on the cops.
Sheriff 3646.
Really, concentrate on your driving, mate. Get on your driving. Yeah, we're through the woods now. It's still safe to continue. We have got underbody protection on the vehicle. There's no pedestrians in here, as what I can see. Back it off a bit, mate.
There's loads of cars been through there, and it weren't just our cars that have been through. So it's a regular little route, obviously the lads from the estate use, to shake off the bobbies.
His escape route has given the thief the edge. The cops can't see the car for the trees.
845 has got a bit of ground on us now through the woods. It's quite slippy. We're still continuing. Turn them off.
Our cars need to be on the road 24 hours a day. They're an expensive car, they've got a lot of equipment on them, and we can't just go riding roughshod. And yeah, I'd like a dune buggy sometimes to follow people, but I've got a responsibility to look after that car.
The thief and the stolen car have gone.
We've lost sight of the vehicle somewhere on Parkways in the estate here somewhere. Where was the helicopter?
It's above now, but it's just not behind.
Where was it?
2 minutes too late.
I can confirm the vehicle's been abandoned at the A6 Manchester Road at Little Hulton a short time ago. That's the vehicle's been abandoned, the A6 Manchester Road, Little Hulton a short time ago.
4354.
In the hurry to get away, the thief has left something behind.
That's unlucky, isn't it?
A mobile phone, which will be checked later.
That's in the motor. Does it say home on it anywhere? No. It's a battle. Every so often we'll have our gains and then we'll have our losses. I mean, I'm a great believer that the tide goes out but it comes back in again. So if somebody gets away, they'll come again. Creatures, they always do. They always come back again. And they'll get them next time.
Local lad, innit? Knew exactly where he was going. Surprised, I bet he's caused a bit of damage to this, hasn't he? Yeah, he's cracked it, hasn't he?
The chase has left its mark on the stolen car.
I thought it's got a good look at him, but have a look at some photos of the locals, can't we? It's going to be a little Alton lad.
And the cops have also picked up a knock.
Ideal moment rather than getting the pursuit is to try and block it. Unfortunately, just couldn't quite block it in, and it had the escape route out. Ended up in a pursuit.
In recent years, concern has been growing over the numbers killed and injured in police car chases.
Well, in the year 2003 to 2004, we saw 31 people killed and over 2,000 seriously injured in crashes involving police vehicles that were responding to either emergencies or in high-speed pursuits. Now, this is an increase of about 65% on the previous year.
Accidents like this are all too common. Last year in Manchester, 4 people died as a result of police pursuits. The worst fatality record of any police force outside London.
I would agree that one death is one death too many, and that's why we are concentrating on driver training. That's also why we have a unit like the TVCU.
The TVCU's elite drivers are tested on their skill every 3 years. It's pass or fail.
Speed is 70 miles an hour. It isn't unduly dangerous. I am happy for this pursuit to continue at this moment in time.
This is PC Fletcher's 3-year test. Ahead of him is a car driven by a police officer whose job it is to make this pursuit as difficult as possible.
Well, attempt to stop it now. It's going through a series of bends. Yeah, we've passed the entrance to Harley Hall and we're straight on.
Fletcher's job is at stake if he fails, but already keeping up is proving difficult.
So you're looking to move up on the Jaguar so we can get that earliest opportunity for an overtake.
Especially when slow-moving traffic is in the way. Fletcher must decide if it's safe to overtake.
No, get off it.
Oh, too late, man, committed.
The Jag had to let you in then. Very nifty that.
Right. Yeah, once I committed to that, I thought I had enough.
All you had to do was ease off, and he'd have carried on going. He could have just tucked in behind him.
Right.
The right foot will lift just as easily as putting it down.
Sorry about that.
Just get it back together.
The safest thing to do there was to come back in behind the car, although I was a bit cheeky really and pinched him before the white line. So look for him pulling out in front of an heavy, something like getting a couple of vehicles distance between me and him.
The test now is not to catch up, but to hold back.
I'm just going to cover this lane and let him think that I'm edging my bets. Still might change in front of the transit yet, so I'm still going to wait. It's cleared that.
So he has time to follow the car if it turns off without warning.
So he's looking all the time to do me on various exits, so as he has done there. Side. Just trying to keep him in view now, keep a view of him. Well, he's dedicated now to the A50, so it's quite a fast road this.
Straight onto position for that left-hand bend.
A bit of a wide junction here, so I may throw a bit of a U-turn in. Get up tight to him so he doesn't ram me.
That's it.
So on the roundabout again, so I'll try and get tight to him, but I'm anticipating he's going to use other vehicles to pull out in front of.
That's it, all over.
I take a great pride in my driving. I know I'm good at it. I can do it quite well. And I was just a bit gutted. It was just a chance to show what I could do, and I think I let myself down on a couple of things. But the implications for me of not passing that test are that I am grounded, I cannot drive. And for all the hard work I do in doing my research into the criminals and finding the cars, I can't do that if I can't drive. I'm not a good passenger.
Talk to me about that then.
Got led into the overtake. The overtake was on when I first saw it. Then he started accelerating the Jag. You called it, and I didn't react to your call, which I should have done. Even though he started picking up, I could see the solid white line coming, and I still thought I had enough to come in. Then obviously you're shouting brake, and I thought I was just a bit too committed.
He actually eased off, fortunately, to let us in. Otherwise, we'd have taken a load of white line. It worked out in the end. But again, you've hit the nail on the head. You just got a bit latched on. You'll be pleased to know anyway, I'm quite satisfied that you've come up to the standard for today.
Thanks very much.
And you can relax now. All right?
Yeah, thanks very much, mate. Cheers.
It's all right.
Police officers are very highly trained individuals, particularly traffic officers. However, by definition, every single high-speed car chase involves two vehicles. One is being driven by a highly trained professional, the other is being driven by a scared criminal whose only objective is to get away from the policeman following them.
We cannot have a situation where as soon as someone jumps into a car, having just been involved in a robbery, ram raid, an abduction. As soon as someone gets in a car, they can just drive off and the police aren't going to follow them. Our responsibility is to make sure those pursuits are as safe as they possibly can be.
In Salford, another car, a Volvo, is now refusing to stop. PC Ian Bruce is on the tail of the runaway driver.
I've looked at him and he's seen me look at him and just made straight off. I've turned around to follow it at that point, having no idea why he's making off.
At these speeds, even the cops in their high-performance car
Saw you standing there, highway broken down. Thought I'd pull over and help you out. Halfway nowhere, what you doing here? In these silent hills all by yourself. I know this feeling, we could fly together. Here go my hopes.